action. Holy smokes, it's Jet Rod coming at you as promised with the top sets of the very last lift from the strength program. After being sick for 1 week, coming back and hitting each movement with 80% of what I had worked up and gained in strength for a maximum. For a 1 rep or a 3 rep max. So 80% of both, of either one. 80% of the 3 for this one, 80% of the 1 for the Smith machine. So I thought it was a good idea, and I do realize that the true logical next step would be, there's a fork in the road here. I could have gone through with this and written a program based off of what I'm doing right here presently with these top working sets. Because I had increased what I could work with, because I increased my maximum reps. My 3 and my 1 rep maxes were increased significantly for each of these movements. So I could have just come back and worked fully with these new working weights with a new program, but I was sick for a week, kind of threw a wrench in the gears. Also, following through with, it's the new year. I've been bulking for a year. It's time to amp up the volume, lower the weights, and to get back on a little bit of a cut, and focus more on the physique, okay? Because bulking and bulking and bulking is great for strength gains, but I'm not just here to get strong. I'm also here to get big, and I'm here to be healthy and to look good for my wife and myself. I like to look good. I like to like what I see in the mirror. I like to be confident. You should too. You should be confident in whatever you got going on. Anyway, so this next set is the one I'm most proud of out of the whole shebang. And it's a 185 pound clean and press. If you remember, I had put that 175 up for 2 and failed on a third. But I had put that 175 up and I was impressed with that. But on this day, when I felt like I was just about done, I said, no, put 185 on. I warmed up to it, but 185 on and throw that thing up in the air, dude. There we go. And I got 2 extra press reps. Yes, I kipped and used some English on it, but that's what it took, okay? If I had 185 pounds, I could throw it up. Anyway, I'm going to tag another video onto the end of this to clarify a couple things. Y'all have a good day. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Jet Rod, guys and girls, dudes and dudettes. I can't see myself when I'm doing these, except just a tiny reflection in the back of my phone. Anyway, let's clarify 2 things real quick. Hope y'all are out there warm and safe. We've survived the winter storm so far. I'm going to clarify 2 things. First off, Vince Gironda was not a proponent of the barbell back squat or the deadlift. He didn't want people thickening their waist. I realize that, but I'm going to do it because this is the Rodopolis. This is not the Vince Girondas. This is just inspired by Vince's Honest Workout 8x8. What I meant to say was just the fact that he did he wrote the leg movements out as an actual 8 sets of 8 instead of supersets like the rest of everything with the upper body. So it'll be straight 8 sets of 8 of the squat and the deadlift. He was not down for that. But like I said, this is the Rodopolis. If you're following along, awesome. You can do leg extensions, hamstring curls, and hack squats are the movements that he liked. And there's a couple of others that I can't think of right now. Those are the basics, though. Secondly, I will be training abs. I'll write the abs into this. I just completely forgot because I only train abs about 3 months out of the year. I only specifically train abs. I know your core musculature is involved in everything you do. I mean, breathing, everything. But I only train the abdominal muscles specifically about 3 months out of the year. So 2 of the programs, this program and the next program, whatever it is, will contain an abdominal HIIT workout, 6-minute abs. That'll be on the next one. This one, we're going to do 8 sets of 8 and I know that's adding in a whole nother, so I'll probably just do 64 reps, giant set, just to get it out of the way. But I like to do the kneeling cable crunches, okay? That's what I like to do with the flat bar. Put the weight on, kneel down in front of the cable machine, and you just pull down. Stay static, whatever hold you have, wherever you got your head and your arms at, and you just use your abdominals to crunch yourself down. Anyway, that's what I needed to clarify, because I realized if somebody in the future or somebody right now following along really knows what Vince Gironda was all about, then they would say, well, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But relative to the Rhodopolis, that's what we're doing, is the deadlift and the squat. But Vince would not have wanted that done in his gym. This isn't his gym. This is Rhodopolis 8x8. Inspired by Vince, and I believe Vince was a great man. But we're doing our own thing here. Anyway, chat later. Have a good one.